but it was the whole thing. Like, I know, and all my friends were like, damn, bro, for real. But I'm like, I'm gonna take risks. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, that's really what I'm about. Like, I don't know. I've always been that kid like that. Just like, man, I just might as well. Cause what, you know, yeah, there might be something bad, but there might be a great outcome to come out of this. Yeah, so my name, I go by the name of Lil Chase, aka Melody Killer, aka Trendy Triss, or I guess you could just say Trendy. Fuck the Triss, yeah.
Yo!
Toy on the beat.
Yeah. What that pack is? What I'm smoking on? Space shit. Hey, I'm a superstar, shorty, I be ballin', bitch. Built myself up from riding the bench. Yeah. She go up when she riding my dick. Hey, this ain't luck, it's just how it is. Come get lost in the bench. I be chillin', tryin' get high as a bitch. Don't front on me, bitch, you in shotgun, you shoot when I can. Fuck being a man if that means that they can. I don't want you if you been everywhere in they hands. Shit, to be honest, I don't know. I feel like, to be honest with just myself, like, I don't know, I just knew that I had something. I don't know, I just had like a swagger, and that just brought me to like liking music, I guess, cause like, I mean, if you think about like basketball players, you think about like, I mean, everybody want to be a rapper type shit, like. And I think like it wasn't even really just a lifestyle, just like what they created, what they could create type shit, and that made me want to be like, yeah, okay, I want to do something. I don't know what it is at first when I was young, like I was a hooper, like I played sports, like basketball, but like I don't know, I just knew in my heart like there was always something else that like I could do type shit, if that makes sense.
You from Denver?
No, I'm from Missouri, Columbia, Missouri, yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Who were some of the people that you looked up to, listening to their music?
Shit. Young Thug, for sure. Lil Wayne. I think Lil Wayne really, yeah, that was like the first person I was like, man, he crazy. And T-Pain, that auto-tune. When that auto-tune came out, I was like, oh, that's crazy. That auto-tune different. Yeah.
Set a whole new wave for
No, it really did, though. I mean, like, look at the music now. I mean, there's not a song that don't come out with auto-tune, pretty much, you know? So, I really didn't start till like I was like 19, I'd say. Yeah, probably 19. Like, taking music, like, I'm gonna say, like, actually being like, I'm gonna be an artist, or I wanna be an artist, or I wanna actually make music. Yeah, 19. So, I ain't even really start till like 4 years ago.
How old are you now?
24. Yeah, about 4 or 5 years, yeah.
Do they got a music scene out there?
Nah, not for real. That's the thing. There's no music scene out there really. I mean, like we got like St. Louis and Kansas City. You know, like, you know they just like how other cities are. They fuck with whoever making music out there type shit. But other than like a big artist, like I mean, not for real. There really ain't been no big artist. Metro Boomin, he from St. Louis, but I mean he had to go to Atlanta really. And I'm from Columbia. Like I'm not even from St. Louis. Like we in the middle of like Kansas City and St. Louis, like it's 2 hours each way. So we in the middle. We a college town. Yeah, that's really what it was. Like just messing around, like just being with the homies, and you know, like beats come on and we just freestyling or something. And all my friends were like, bro, you need to just make a song. Like just go make one. I'm like, nah, cause this at the time like I was playing basketball and stuff like that, so I wasn't even really worried about like anything else. Like, I was just like, you know, girls, getting money and playing basketball, like just chilling. So I dropped like a tape. And like, so I dropped like a tape like in like June like the summer of like 2019. Now it just went crazy in the city. It was just, you know what I'm saying, people was messing with it and everything, like just going crazy. And then like I did like a show actually out here, like that's where it started for real. That's where it started, Denver. That's why yeah, well I did like I thought it was a show type. So somebody I knew out here got me a show, but she was like, yeah, I got you a show. They gave me a flyer, they put me on it, and I was like, all right, bet. Yeah, this 2019. So like, literally, I get a show to come out here, but it was at the club. It was at Purple at the time. Yeah, so I was doing a show there. But like I wasn't even old enough to get into the club at that time. I'm only 19, so like. But long story, like to come back to that, like so when she had told me I was getting ready, me and my friends, like we ain't had no money. Like I ain't had no money to get no flight to go to, you know what I'm saying, to Denver from where I was at. I had no money to drive or nothing like that. But like, shit, I just made it work. I just got like $400, $500. Got me a little rental. Just drove 10 hours. I thought all my homies was gonna come with me though. None of them came with me. Like they was like, yeah, we'll come with you. Oh yeah, that show finna be lit. I knock on their door. You trying to go? nah, bro, I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't got no bread. I'm like, bro, I ain't got no bread either. Let's just go. Like, let's just do it. Like, we ain't doing nothing else. We might as well go. You feel me? That's like, nah. I went to the next house. Hey, bro, you trying to go? Nah, bro, I ain't even trying to go, bro. Same reason. But it's just like, which I understand. Like, yeah, we was in there, but that was like me. I'm just like, man, fuck it. Like, I ain't doing nothing else. I might as well try to go do this. You feel me? And this was before I was really taking it serious or something like that. So, like, anyways, I drove out here by myself. It was like my first time, like, ever leaving the state by myself driving. I drove 10 hours. It's like 10 hours, 10 and a half hours. I drove like 10 hours, bro, out here. Man, it was crazy. It was storming and shit. I'm like, man, what the? I'm about to turn around. Like, literally, when I tell you, I was driving, and I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm finna just go back home. Just keep this little rental for like 2-3 days. And then some of me was like, nah, just go do it. And I did it. I came out here, thought it was a show. It was just like a little 2-song performance at the club. And like pretty much like, no, it was hella people in there, but nobody was really paying attention. They was just vibing. They was just thinking like, oh, there's just some music going on. And not too many people really knew that I was like rapping pretty much, I guess. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, I done drove down here for nothing. Like, this ain't shit. I'm like, man, what? And then like, I'm like walking down, but I knew somebody out here because one of my friends from back home, he played on the Nuggets. His name Mike Porter. So he played on the Nuggets. So like, I had knew a couple people out here, like just through him. Like he'll post my music or something, or just I'll be out here with him and I'd meet him through them. But I didn't really know nobody to be honest. Really, I just knew of somebody. So I'm just walking down like, man, I'm about to go home. Like, I'm about to drive right now. Like, I just got off the road like 3 hours ago. I'm about to go right back on the road. You feel me? So I'm like, man, this shit over with. Like, I don't even want to rap no more. Like, I'm literally like, man, fuck this. I'm done. Like, that was all in my head. Like, when I'm performing, I'm like, nobody paying attention, nothing. Man, I'm walking. The bro, Trayvon, he was just like, hey, come to the section, bro. You want to come to the section? I'm just like, man, fuck, I gotta go home. I ain't trying to go to no section and drink. Plus, I don't even drink. For real, to be honest, wasn't even drinking. He like, just come to the section. You good? I'm like, shit, all right. I go in the section, but it's all the Nuggets players, though. And then, like, they was all, I remember, like, Gary Harris, he was like, hey, bro, that was you up there? I'm like, yeah. He was like, bro, you fired. And I was just like, damn. People was listening, but I didn't even know, like anybody was really paying attention. And then, shit, and then that's when I met like Monte Morris. So he was just like, yo, I mess with your music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to come fuck with me. Like, just, I'm gonna holler at you. Let's talk about some shit. Yeah, that was the first time I ever met him. I met him in the club. Yeah. Yeah, he was just like, just come link with me. Like, you with me tonight? Like, you know what I'm saying? We chilling for the night. Just come with me. All right, bet. I was like, fuck it, I ain't finna drive 10 hours back anyway right now. Anyway, I might as well do it.
This was in 2019.
2019. And it was like, September, October. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing. So we had talked about it. At first, he was just like, bro, like, I want to help you with your music. Like, your music fire. I think you just need to get it pushed. I think you need a manager. I think you need somebody to, you know what I'm saying, put you in position. We was just chatting it up a little bit, and he was just telling me a little bit, like, yo, that's what I want to do, if you cool with it. And we just talked, and I told him my vision, like, where I want to see myself, and, you know what I'm saying, like, how, if I do, you know, do this, like, what I want to do. And he was like, yeah, and we just came, you know, we talked for like a day or two, and then, not the day or two, that was that night. And then he was like, I want you to come out here though. Like, you can come stay at my crib. Like, you good? Like, just come out to the crib. Like, go back. I was like, I gotta take this rental back. He's like, damn, for real? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, bet. Take the rental back. I'm gonna get you a flight out here, and we're gonna start from there. And that's literally how it went. Like, that night, that day, went back. 5 days later, I'm back in Denver. And but it was the whole thing. Like, I know, and all my friends were like, damn, bro, for real. But I'm like, I'm gonna take risks. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, that's really what I'm about. Like, I don't know. I've always been that kid like that. Just like, man, I might as well. Cause what, you know, yeah, there might be something bad, but there might be a great outcome to come out of this. So that's how I really always be thinking. He really helped me a lot. Like, just putting me, you know what I'm saying? Like, just another thing is with him is just more of like he ain't really want nothing from me, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then more of it was like, he made it be like it would be known like, okay, bro, this is what we gotta do. Like, if you want to do this, we got to do it this way, like, and you got to, you know what I'm saying? And I had to lock in with myself, to be honest, just to get into that. Does that make sense? More than now, it's just like getting me seen, getting my face, you know, like telling the world, showing the world who Lil Chase is. Like, I ain't trying to be no, I guess like popcorn rapper or whatever they call it. I want to, like, this is what I do. I really make music, like, so. But the things we've been doing more now is just like getting on shows. Like, I got like 10 shows coming up, so. Like, just putting me in different shows, getting in different festivals, you know what I'm saying, going to just push my music. Right now I got I got two mixtapes, like full just mixtapes. I ain't calling them albums yet. I got three then. So I got Rookie Year. That's the first thing. That's the first tape I ever dropped. That was like the first body, like all them songs, like the first songs I ever made. And then next I got Feathery Emotions. That one's really crazy. That was lit. The second, and then my third one is Chosen. That's a crazy one too. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, to be honest, like now like I think about it, when all the like looking back at all my music and like how I did it's more of like a diary. I mean, if you really think of it, it's like a diary through music. It's like I'm really telling you like whatever year or whatever, instance or whatever I'm doing in that time, and I make that music and I drop that music. That's me. That's who I am. Like I don't think people really understand. It's like art. You know what I mean? Like it's not. You can see it's like okay. You can see the transition of like who I'm becoming, I guess, if that makes sense. Like I'm kind of like telling everybody like, okay, this is who I am this year. This is who I am this year. And you can't say that you're the same every year because you're not. Like you change so much without knowing it. And I think that's really what my music is. Like there's so much change into it that it's like it's not that it gets better with time because it's wine. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just in a way. Yeah, that's really what it was. Like it was just on some young records. Like I'm just now like getting out into the other world. I've already been in my own world, but now I'm getting out to the other world. If that makes sense. That's what that is. Feathery Emotions. That's just more like I'm about like front to back, back to front. That's what it is. Like you feel something different every time. Like every song is a different feeling, and you can see it's like it's really painting. I'm really painting pictures. To be honest, like. Every song is a color, if that makes sense. It was more of like, okay, what kind of music? If somebody was come back, like listen to that and be like, okay, he's dropping Feathery Emotions, like what kind of music? Like, oh, okay, this is who he is. I get to know him, like this is him.
And then finally, right now we have Chosen, right?
Yeah, I dropped that in 2020.
Okay.
So I ain't dropped a tape in, I guess, 3 years.
Dang, it's been that long.
Yeah, but I've been dropping EPs and singles. I've dropped that, but I just ain't dropped no tape. So yeah, Chosen was more of like, I was just spazzing on a lot of records. Like that was really just it. Like just making a whole bunch of fun songs, and that's really what that tape's all about. Like I'm chosen for this. I actually worked on a tape for like probably a year, but it just didn't come out. Just some shit that went with me and the producer. Like just some shit that wouldn't happen, and so we ain't end up dropping that. So that's probably why it seems like it was a break, because there really wasn't no break. Like I really was working on something for a whole year. That's when I was living in Atlanta. EPs, I really just dropped EPs, if I say that. I guess, I just dropped like Imperfect. I just dropped that like in November. Or no, it was December. I just dropped that. People really mess with that. Change Your Vibe, that's like the #1 song they like. That's produced by First Class. He's with Jess and Made. Oh, yeah. He signed to him, so he's on him. If you want, it's on everything. Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, everywhere. All DSP.
Are you working on anything big?
Yeah, right now that's really what I'm doing right now. Like, expect something big becoming like. I've really been like, I don't know, just in a different mode, I guess. Just
2023.
Yeah, it seems right, and like take back like. Monte even told me, like, it's crazy because I remember in 2019, like, we was just talking. We was at the crib, and he was like, don't even worry about it. Like, you're going to blow up. And he was like, 2022, 2023, 2024, like, them years, like, that's going to be your years to really go crazy. Like, he said that at 19. And, like, everything just been going in motion lately. Like, it's just been moving. You know what I'm saying? It's more of me doing, but it's going. You know what I mean? Like, and I know it's going because it's just like the music effortless. I'll just be, it's like really what all my emotions just coming right now out. Not even on no sad shit. It could be anything, mad, happy, whatever. So
it's becoming easier for you to translate.
Yeah, for sure. And that's really what it is. It's just more that's what I feel like music really. That's when it's the best music. Like when you can really like tell a story like from your mind. You know what I mean? There's definitely there's a big feature on there. Definitely there's a big feature. And you can go back to all my music. Like I think I got 1 or 2 features Like, it's not that I don't want to do features. I just be feeling like sometimes just what I'm making might not fit everybody else sometimes. If that makes sense. But the feature I got though, like, I ain't gonna lie, I made it in. Well, nah. Yeah, I was here. Yeah, I was in Denver when I made the song though. I don't think a lot of songs, maybe like 12, if that's a max, probably 12. I think I'm gonna do 12. Cause I see a lot of people posting a lot of music, like people do like 32 songs, 20 songs, but I feel like sometimes it's like, you don't gotta put that much out, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I want every song, like I said, like be back to front, front to back, like it's gotta resonate with you. Yeah, so I mean, pretty much it's just like I got some shows coming up that I'm about to I think it's like 12 shows that's gonna start in April. Well, the end of March actually. I know we got Denver, Columbia, Missouri. That's where I'm from. That's gonna be a real crazy show. Atlanta, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Dallas, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, DC. Nah, I think this gonna be crazy because it's just like this gonna be my first like tour type shit that, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going on like to other cities and just pushing my music. Like, I'm really trapping this music if you really think about it. That's really what I'm doing. I'm just moving it. So it's gonna be big. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I told you before, like people gotta see my face. And not only do the people gotta see my face, like they gotta hear my music. So I gotta go, I gotta go get it. Cause I just did a show in Miami like last month, and that was probably like my biggest, like crowd-wise at least. It's not about nerve. I don't think I was nervous. It wasn't nervous like going up on the stage. It's more of like you excited, like you ready. You know what I'm saying? Like you so it's like getting this like the first day of school. Like how you excited as hell, you can't go to sleep. Like it's like one of those. It ain't like you nervous. It's like you excited. You know what I mean? Hey, like I said, end of March all the way till like the end of May. Cause yeah, I got a little son being born, so I'm gonna have to stop for a little minute and then I'm gonna hop right back on.
Congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Man, to get the best me, that's all I can give. Like, and no stopping. Like, this gonna be something that's gonna keep going regardless if somebody want it. They gonna have to tap in. That's just a year I'm on. I'm stepping on next. Like, I'm like real shit. I'm stepping on next and come for checks. That's it. I'm Lil Chase, Melody Killer. This everything authentic. This from the heart. And it's my story, and I want the world to get to know my story. I want to show my story to the world. And it's gonna be, a lot of popping shit, like real shit. A lot of popping shit. That's what you're gonna see 2023. You're gonna see Lil Chase pop. You're gonna see him everywhere. He's gonna be in every city. He's gonna be on every bitch radio, every bitch playlist. Niggas gonna be jumping on it in the club. You know what I'm saying? The biggest. Yeah, on Instagram, Melody Killer 1. I don't got no Twitter. I need to make a Twitter. I used to have a Twitter, but it got like YouTube, Lil Chase. And when you go on Google, you type Lil Chase, anything Lil Chase, click that. It's probably something inspirational or something that can change your life. Be ready if I'm coming to your city. Be ready. You know what I'm saying, and pop out, and you know what I'm saying. Just be ready for somebody who's coming with pure intentions. And every platform, every single platform. I want everything, so you can. I don't care if you got a Game Boy. You can probably find JPay. It's on there. You know what I'm saying. It's everywhere.